Alright, thank you for joining me. I'm Preposterous Whitey. I'm here with my new channel, Dual Wield Gaming. This is a joint channel between myself and Red, who's known as the Tiny Viking on his separate channel. We've decided to join forces, create a channel together, and we will also be doing cooperative LPs from time to time. Those may not happen extremely often due to our schedules. I mean, we're both busy people. But hopefully we can get together once every 1 or 2 weeks and record some cooperative stuff. What we'll also be doing, aside from our personal projects and the cooperative LPs, is we'll be doing challenges. So sometimes you'll see us upload videos of the same game, and we will be seeing who does better. And you guys can root for one or the other of us and decide. We're still working out the details of that, but we'll keep you posted. If you didn't know, you can follow us at our Twitter, which is listed on our main channel page, but it's also at DWG_LPs. LPS. So, go give us a follow on there. You can keep abreast on everything that's going on in the channel through that. We're gonna go visit this broccoli man who's gonna... He's been transformed by the golden power, because everything here in the Golden Land is fucked up by the presence of Ganon. He's gonna tell us that, basically, he's envious we aren't a giant pink bunny, as he is broccoli. But anyway, so, we're gonna go ahead and do the Palace of Darkness, which is the first dungeon in the Dark World, and I swear, I'm not an idiot. I'm not trying to just walk into things for several seconds. My stick got a little stuck. If I recall correctly, we have to find a monkey around here who will let us into the first dungeon. So, as with all the other videos, we're going to go ahead and just complete a dungeon within a video. Alright. If you're joining me from my main channel, if you come here from Preposterous Whitey main channel, also known as Mystical Slacker, thank you for making the jump over. I really appreciate the continuing support. I felt kind of bad about starting a new channel and then getting into the swing of things and then going and abandoning that channel and restarting, but I figured that since the Tiny Viking and since Red and I, we both have an interest in doing LPs, and we have expressed interest in collaborative stuff, I figured we would go ahead and, since neither of us has many subscribers yet, I figured we'd go ahead and pull the band-aid and go ahead and start a new channel while the getting is good. That way we don't have to worry about, dozens of people making the transfer or anything. Did the monkey leave? Why did the monkey leave? Is it because I got hit? Because I needed that monkey to follow me. What happened to him? Monkey, come back. There you are. Well, I gave him 10 rubies last time. And he says he'll accompany me for a while. It must have been because I got hit. I guess I've never done that before. I've been playing the sequel to this game. It's called A Link Between Worlds. It's for the Nintendo 3DS. It just came out on Friday, so about 4 days ago when I'm recording this. It's a really good game. It uses the same overworld and such as this game, but all the dungeons, pretty much all the locations, except for outdoors, like Kakariko Village and such, all the locations are pretty much brand new, so it's not just a straight-up retread of A Link to the Past. It's a brand new game. And I really, really, really need to get some hearts, because, as I'm sure you've noticed from the other videos, I've mentioned it, I'm still getting used to the whole Let's Play thing, so, pardon me. So, I'm still getting used to concentrating on a game while also being able to keep up a conversation with myself. In fact, that's what inspired me and Red to get together in the first place. We both figured, hey, it's kind of easier to carry on a constant conversation when there's an actual other person to talk to in the room. So we thought we'd give a try to the old collaborative LPs. We got together the other night, actually it was probably about a week ago by now, and we tried to record our first collaborative effort, but our computers had other plans for us. We were stopped at every turn by technical problems. First we tried recording at my place, and we couldn't get the microphones to register with my computer, so you would have only been able to hear one of us talking. Then we got to his place, and Red, he's a musical artist. He's in a couple of different bands. He has high-end recording equipment, so we figured, oh wow, well at least it'll sound really good now that we're recording. And then when we finally got everything set up, we couldn't get our controllers to recognize with his computer. I forget what the trick is for these guys. Oh god, I died. Alright, well you're gonna have to see me retread that a little. Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, so we tried to record at his place, and we just couldn't get anything to work. We spent hours setting up his microphones with his computer, since they're not just USB or line-in microphones. These are big-ass boys who connect with an XLR cable, so it was no easy feat. But once we finally got everything set up, like I said, our controllers wouldn't connect, so we were sitting there, we were recording audio. We even recorded a test run of Nobunaga's Ambition for the NES, kind of as a joke, because neither one of us, well, I mean, he professes to liking that game, but honestly, I mean, if it wasn't for the good conversation, I would have been bored to tears watching that shit, and I'm sure a lot of you would feel the same about that. Nobunaga's Ambition is I guess you'd call it a strategy RPG for the NES. It's not the most riveting stuff to look at. I don't want to insult fans of that series, because I'm sure that's a great game. It's a very famous series, especially in Japan, so don't want to knock it, but it's not my cup of tea, and I certainly don't think that would be the most interesting thing to watch two people LP. Anyway, so we recorded a test run of that, and he was playing with his keyboard, so we didn't have to worry about controllers. And the audio sounded good once we got everything working, but it just wasn't meant to be, so we're going to have to get together another night soon and give another try to that. Man, I'm just bouncing all over the place. I'm like fucking Sonic the Hedgehog. Kill that asshole up there. I never really... This is the first playthrough where I've really used the bow much. I normally use the boomerang, but in A Link Between Worlds, they kind of spruced up the bow a little bit, if that makes sense, so I'm a little more... I've been playing that, so I'm a little more used to going around shooting things with arrows. As you can see, I have I mean, you have bombs and arrows individually in this game. One of the cool things about A Link Between Worlds is that you don't have expendable inventory. So you have like an all-purpose magic meter. It's like a stamina meter, I guess. An all-purpose magic meter, a purple meter in the corner, and that will drain when you... What is the trick to this? Aha! I found it. But you have a meter that will drain when you use any item. So that includes bombs and arrows and all sorts of other things. That way you don't have to go around just collecting drops of items that are... I mean, it's never hard to restock your arrows or bombs in most Zelda games anyway, so I guess they figured, what's the point in making this all separate items when we can just have people use a big meter that means everything. I think that's a really cool idea. It combines the magic meter and the inventory all into one convenient place. Really keeps things brisk. If you haven't played that game, and you like the way this game looks, I would definitely give it a try. It's been getting some criticism. Well, it's mainly been getting praise, but the criticism I have seen has mainly been, oh, you know, it's just trying to rip off A Link to the Past and cash in on the nostalgia. And, I mean, I guess that's a fair point, but it really doesn't feel that way to me. It really feels like it took the series back to this sort of template, and it just uses the ideas as a jumping off point. It uses the world to express new ways to play, as cheesy as that sounds. I mean, that sounds like something off the back of the box art, but it's true. Shit. I messed that up. It's true, though. It really is. It feels really fresh. It feels like a big step forward for the Zelda series. I can really see the next console Zelda game taking a lot of cues from that one, because, oh man, it's good, guys. Just give it a try. Gotta dash past this asshole before that floor falls from beneath us. You can probably hear it, that's the sound of the floor collapsing. But yeah, give it a try. I'm not being paid to shill. I'm not popular enough to be a shill yet. Man, this... Pardon me. I still have a little bit of a cold. If you've been watching the other episodes of this, I've mentioned that I've been sick for a while. I've had this interminable cough. It's probably been going on for about, God, like a month and a half by now. It's on its last legs, but it's been on its last legs for a couple of weeks now, and I just can't get rid of the thing. I've been so sick of being sick for so long. It's driving me nuts. If you'll notice, I keep trying to swipe at items with my sword. That's because in A Link Between Worlds you can gather items by swinging your sword at them. I think it's like that in a lot of other 2D Zelda games as well. Is it like that in original Legend of Zelda? I watched Red's recent so-called fail-through of that, but I didn't think to look for that. But either way, I think it's neat to be able to just grab items with your sword. That way you don't have to walk all the way through them. I think it's a good idea. So we're gonna go ahead and get the magic hammer, I believe, by bombing this wall. Is this... Because some of these bomb walls are fake. Is this a real one? Oh yeah. So I hope you, oh shit, I don't have the big key. Fucking duh. I don't have the big key. You need that to open the big chest and the big door. So, big, 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 big. I hope you continue to follow myself and Red. If you're only familiar with one of us, and that's why you've come to the new channel, I hope that you'll give the other one a try and, you know, try to give us both a chance. We're both cool people. We both kind of have similar Let's Play styles. We're laid back and we have calm, soothing voices, I'd like to think. And one major difference is that, from what I can tell, Red is actually good at games. I'm not terrible at games, but I certainly wouldn't call myself good. As you can tell from me dying several times so far in A Link to the Past. Ooh. Okay, well, I must admit, I'm a little confused as to where I'm going. And those guys they're just gonna wait down there to ruin our day. Let's see if I can figure out where to go. Sorry if this is boring, guys. In fact, but anyway, so when we did try to do our co-op LPs the other night, man, I mean, a lot of people would kill for the kind of banter and overall chemistry that we were pulling off. So it's a real shame that we'll never be able to upload anything from that night. I'm confident we'll be able to replicate it, but still, it seems like a shame to lose all that footage, because it was funny, if you ask me. Maybe someday we'll upload the Nobunaga's ambition test footage. The only reason I wouldn't is because there were still some, even though we had set up the audio and we got it working perfectly afterward, there were still some audio issues with it, so I wouldn't want to... My goal is to have most things on this channel, now that we've started over with 2 clean slates. My goal is to have everything on this channel sound pretty good. I mean, not to insult other Let's Players, because LP is hard. It really is. It can be challenging. So I don't want to put anyone down or make fun of anyone, but some Let's Players out there, their audio quality is abysmal. And I personally cannot stand to listen to some guy talking into a crackly-ass microphone for for pretty much any length of time. So I'm going to assume that you guys feel similarly, that you guys would prefer nice, clean audio quality, as has been seen in most of my videos. At least I'd like to think. And gonna try to keep it all on that same level, because otherwise, I mean, you get into the... you fall into the trap of, if you ever do find a big audience, then you'll have to deal with dozens of comments like, oh, this stuff sounds like shit, like, why do these episodes sound shitty? And I don't want to have to deal with that in any sort of theoretical future, so I'll go ahead and keep everything on the same quality standard. I'm sure you guys will appreciate that, the few of you that are already watching. But stick around for our cooperative LP stuff. We'll post on the Twitter as soon as that stuff is up and running. We're both really excited for it. Obviously, we were really disappointed when it didn't work out the other night, but we're both really excited for it, and we think we have what it takes to be good, especially as a duo. Just leave some comments if you want to see specific games, because we were thinking of doing Kirby Superstar, but of course that's a very well-tread game, so I don't know. We'll figure something out. The other night, I think what we finally settled on at the very end was that we were going to play, I think we were going to play Final Fight for the Genesis? Was it? No, Final Fight 3. That's for the Super Nintendo, right? Yeah. We're going to play Final Fight 3. I was confusing it with Streets of Rage, which I'm more familiar with. Streets of Rage for the Sega Genesis. But we were going to play a beat-em-up because we thought that would be nice and simple. So, I mean, we'll probably still do that, but I mean, of course, leave a comment if you have a better idea as to a game we can play. Well, this video is going on a little long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it short here. We'll finish up the Palace of Darkness and probably go ahead and mop up the second dungeon when we come back. So thanks for tuning in for the first video that's actually recorded for the new channel. Hope you guys stick around and continue to enjoy yourselves. This is Preposterous Whitey signing off.